Will the Terra Luna backers war with Celsius network bring us a $13,600 Bitcoin? As I'm recording this video, just exactly now, Bitcoin is breaking below 18K to 17.9, 17.8. Look what's happening with Ethereum and with the rest of the market. It's absolutely unprecedented. Do we have a crypto winter or is it a crypto hell, guys? Welcome to AR7 channel. We're gonna discuss it right away. Terra Luna versus Celsius network. What is really going on with Celsius right now? Guys, it's absolutely unprecedented. Check this out. After the UST depeg started, there was a plan to make a deal with Luna to save the peg. Someone told all the UST whales to not sell and that there was no danger of UST falling because there was a plan to save the peg. Celsius sold to protect their community, okay? Celsius and also Three Arrows Capital, which is also collapsing completely right now. They both sold the UST early, and that's what even propelled the Luna collapse even further. Let's see what happened after that. Alameda Research, which is part of the FTX and the whole Solana ecosystem with Sam Bankman-Fried, Alameda hasn't been selling UST and doesn't have any particular plans to. Not investment advice, etc, etc. And definitely this video also neither. The details I have heard but might not be final. Jump Celsius and, you know, it started having like the rumors that Celsius may be sold. These were the rumors here. Then Doc One tried to do everything they could to protect UST and Luna, even though there are some rumors that they actually wanted it to collapse. Nobody really knows for sure, guys. It's absolutely unprecedented and crazy times in crypto right now. We don't know for sure if Doc One was a good actor or not, but at least here he said he's trying to do his best to protect UST. Whew. After that, yeah, they transferred a lot of Bitcoin to try to save UST. And then just after, one day after that, May 11th, Alex Mashinsky from Celsius says that they are not gonna help Luna with a bailout. So the stablecoin rescue plan gets cold shoulder from big investors, and that's how UST was even closer and closer to collapse in May. Celsius got out the door first, suffered the lowest losses, and didn't want any part of the bailout. And for good, because UST wasn't designed properly, otherwise it wouldn't have been collapsing, you know. So, stuck holding the UST and locked Luna bags, losing hundreds of millions of dollars each. Alameda, Three Arrows Capital, Galaxy Digital, Jump Capital. Okay, remember these names, guys, especially the first one. Jump Capital and Three Arrows Capital bought 1 billion of Luna unlocked linearly over 4 years in February. Okay, just 3 months before the crazy collapse. Jump Capital wrote a very detailed 18-minute read report on what caused the depeg. And Terra stablecoin woes prompted in part by Celsius network activities. Yeah, Celsius turned against them. You know what I mean? They started really kind of turning more and more against Celsius after what was unfolding. Yeah, then Alameda Research Alameda Research secured new investment to get even more funds, and possibly that's how they wanted to liquidate Celsius, which we're gonna get to in a moment really soon here. But they also have track record of manipulating the markets, okay? So they have class action lawsuits going against them, against FTX and Alameda. That was way back in November 2019, guys. So it's not the first time Alameda and FTX are manipulating the markets and trying to do something. So they lost a lot of money on Luna, okay, and the UST depeg, and they are mostly blaming Celsius, even though Three Arrows Capital was found out by as another player that contributed to that a lot. But Three Arrows Capital is basically done, guys. This was a top 5 crypto firm. It's like the Lehman Brothers moment of crypto, guys, going on in this exact time right now, and they absolutely collapsed. Top 5 VC crypto. So get your popcorn ready, guys. Alameda Research manipulates waves price and organizes FUD campaign to trigger panic selling. It just shows us what they were doing also in April 2022 as well. Now, guys, look at this. This is June 13th. This has started very recently, okay? This was way back when the price was June 13th. Here, that was here, okay? That was the day when we made the lower low from 26 to 22K. Look at this tweet over here. Where was that? Operation Liquidate Celsius engage. This is, guys, there's a war going on right now. from the Luna backers, which are among them are Alameda Research and FTX, and they are basically in a war right now against Celsius Network to try and liquidate them. And we're gonna show it soon why the price is $13,000, $600. That's currently the price where probably they will try to liquidate Celsius. But let's keep going here. So, transparent market brings the sharks, and they're hunting for liquidation levels. Make no mistake, some of the biggest industry players are gunning for other market participants to become forced sellers. PvP at its finest. That's exactly what we just said. This is merely speculation, but I don't think it's a coincidence that they dumped massive amounts of ST-ETH all at once. As it became known, Celsius was stuck back holding ST-ETH. Yeah, they discussed the depeg here. Alameda Research recent alleged STF sell-off put Celsius Network in trouble. That was also in June 10th, so the war was already going on about a week ago already. And yeah, we saw that were the prices. So the liquidation price for Celsius not too long ago, that was June 13th, was 17K, but Celsius doing anything they can to avoid the liquidation, so that's why this war is still not over. And lastly, yeah, you can just see that FTX are just luring even more and more traditional big investors, which are even much more wealthy, of course, than the crypto biggest VCs like Alameda, to help them get their plans ready. So that's really insane, guys. Insane stuff going on right now, guys. The Celsius meltdown during crypto's Black Monday risks contagion effect and cascading liquidation, top analyst says. Does bankruptcy loom? That's exactly what's going on in this exact moment as I'm recording the video. 17.9K price for Bitcoin, and here we are, guys. This was only on June 14th. Okay, the liquidation price for Celsius was $14,000, and then even more recently, the most recent tweet that we have found and how much current liquidation price for Celsius is right now, that's over here, guys, 13,601.56. Okay, so that's the level that currently the sharks of Alameda Research and the backers of Terra Luna and the VCs that want to avenge Celsius, they are targeting this exact number right now, and we will have to see, guys. It's very possible that this is gonna be the bottom. As we can see in this exact moment, Bitcoin is back to 18K as I'm recording the video, but we'll have to see. Nobody knows. Now, technically, guys, really briefly here for the technical analysis, as we discussed in some previous videos of mine, and guys, if you haven't subscribed already, that's the absolute fantastic time for you to subscribe and check what's gonna happen next. Not financial advice, but I'm gonna do my absolute best, guys, to really help us find where approximately the bottom is. So the 300-week moving average at the moment is 16.5K, and the price right now is 18K. So we should have really major support here at this level, because yeah, let me fix that, because the most, actually, like the worst ever technical price that Bitcoin had ever got to, it was at the time in March 2020, it was 3.8K level for Bitcoin, but it was, like, technically speaking, because it was the only time in history that we reached the 300-week moving average, it was technically like the worst it has ever got to in the COVID crash. Now we're really close to that, and the liquidation levels are gonna be here at 13.6, below that. So guys, the next few days are gonna be absolutely fascinating. There is a very decent chance, nothing is certain in the market, but there is a very decent chance that the bottom should be somewhere close, and if there will be a really large liquidation at $13,000, it definitely could be a bottom. So guys, let's just sum it up quickly. How exactly does Alameda Research, Terra Luna, and all the affiliated entities want to avenge Celsius Network exactly? So with having this 13,601 price level, if Bitcoin does drop to it, Celsius is gonna become a huge forced seller. That if we don't know for sure, but if Alameda Research, FTX, and Terra Luna and all those guys are just selling a lot of Bitcoin right now, they're selling at a relatively higher price, like 20K, 19K, 18K, you know? And if they're gonna be able to drive the price this low, then with all the USD that they already sold, they're gonna be able to buy back much higher amounts of Bitcoin, basically from Celsius. So that's the big revenge plan, and that is if they're gonna be successful, that could be really the bottom for Bitcoin. But again, we'll have to monitor exactly what's gonna happen, guys. So lastly, guys, I just want to finish with something positive with Mark Cuban here. You know, he's a legendary investor, and basically what he says here in the article is that, you know, that this is the time when the time goes out, you get to see who is swimming naked, okay? After all of this is gonna happen, we guys together are gonna look for the best, absolute best crypto projects and the altcoin projects that have survived the best all of this turmoil, and you know, the crypto projects that were affected the least from all of this. And this is where we're gonna find the really strongest. The strongest will survive. These are the projects that we are gonna find in the future, and they are gonna do the next 100x, 1000x, because I definitely agree with Mark Cuban that blockchain is definitely here to stay and it's gonna be super successful in the future. But just now we have this turmoil that we have to see who is swimming naked and who's gonna survive. So guys, once again, I want to thank you all for being here. I was AR7. Subscribe as soon as possible if you haven't already, and smash the like, smash the bell button notification and everything. We're gonna make it in a big way next bull cycle. So thank you again, guys, for anyone who's joining me here this early in the channel. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, wonderful day, night, wherever you are, guys, in the world. I loved being here and doing this content for you, and I hope you have a fantastic time ahead. So cheers, guys, as always.